Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Monday. Welcome to Local Pagan. Let's talk about the spider invasion, because it wouldn't be the autumn in Missouri if the household didn't come under siege from an army of arachnids. This year has been no different. The population inside my home has exploded, and we've got to discuss this. In the general course of things, it is my firm opinion that spiders are outside animals, and they're all very well out of doors, provided they aren't dangling in walkways or weaving webs where humans are sure to walk through them. Boundaries. But inside of the house, I prefer for everything to be spider-free, or that spiders should at least have the manners to keep out of eyesight. And at this point, I am waging a daily battle with my trusty feather duster and a broom to take down the cobwebs and shuffle off those who made them. But despite my diligence, I am losing the battle at present, and I probably will continue to do so until November. However, as it is my stated mission to attune myself to my surroundings, and since I am surrounded by spiders, this seems as good a time as any to look a bit further into the spiritual and symbolic meaning of spiders. In general, spiders are strongly associated with creativity and the weaving of fate. In the context of the Norse pantheon, I can easily link them with the Norns, who have charge of matters of fate. But also any goddess who's concerned with the household, Frigga, for example, or those who are known for their magical capabilities. As a goddess chiefly, this would be Freya, and of course the god Loki. Several months ago, I shared on another video series that Loki was tasking me with getting better acquainted with the runes, and that each rune to me, I came away with the impression that it was a strand of the weird, all tied together like a web, the fabric of the universe as well as that of fate, and I could just envision him walking on all of those strands. The interesting thing about a spider's web, since we're on the subject, is the strength of that web. Scientists have compared a certain weight of spider silk to a comparable to a comparable weight of steel, and the spider silk was actually 5 times stronger when you put it into perspective. Now, from the point of view of daily life, a spider's web doesn't seem all that strong, and neither do the various strands of fate feel strong in the moment as we are weaving them. But when we put it into perspective and look at things as they are, it really is quite a force. And from the point of view of Norse spirituality, people also play a role in weaving their fate. Our actions contribute to it every day. It accumulates over time. And it's worth meditating on what I or anyone else has been weaving throughout our lives and what has taken shape as a result. Lots to think about there. And the spider's creativity is also at the forefront of my mind. For one example, the creative ways of the spider who lives next to my stove, who has, for at least 9 days, managed to escape being smushed. Every time I go to deal with him, no matter how swiftly I move, no matter how stealthily I stalk him, he manages to get away. He's plotting. But plotting is a manifestation of creativity, which is why we associate spiders with that particular magical intention. On a less annoying note, the autumn does rejuvenate my own creative juices just in general. I'm busy at the moment knitting an afghan. I'm also working on some tea towels, and I got out my colored pencils and I'm just kind of doodling. Believe you me, it is not worth anyone's eyes, but I enjoy it. I also have been arranging the autumn decor, and I'm making the house all ready to go and snuggly. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm also starting to itch to try out some new crock-pot recipes, because the weather is starting to get to a temperature where I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking with my crock-pot, lots of slow cookings, start doing the soups and the stews and all of that lovely stuff. Oh, and just the pleasure of making bread again. Oh, I'm ready to go. And it is true that lately I've been feeling more creative in these more hands-on kind of pursuits. I want to do things, and I've been feeling that creativity much more so with that than I have my writing, which is a bit odd because that is my usual creative outlet. But all of this creativity, no matter how it's expressed, it's stemming from the same well of energy. It's all about making something out of disparate ingredients, whether I am using the ingredients of ideas or the ingredients in my refrigerator to make something super yummy for dinner. And magically, I'm feeling this urge to push myself. And perhaps this is partially owing to the spiders just hanging around, and that's amplifying the creative energies around the house. Maybe it has more to do with the time of year in general. But my batteries are definitely getting recharged. I'm coming out of the doldrums of the summer, and I feel like it's time to get busy. So that's what I've got going on this week. Let me know what you think about all this and what you're up to in the comment section below. Or go to the description box, click on the link to Blackbird's Brew, and join our Gilded server. I'd be happy to have a conversation with you there. And then you can also meet the other members of the group, amongst whom are regular content creators. So hope to see you there soon. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.